I'm Kimberly Kay with your entertainment report from MidHudsonNews.com. Thank you to my sponsor, Making Faces Unisex Salon in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill. Call them today for all of your needs, 296-0700 or makingfacesusa.net. Well, Joan and Melissa Rivers are coming back. WeTV has renewed Joan and Melissa. Joan Knows Best. The network says the second season will premiere next January. There will be 10-hour-long episodes. When the season begins, Joan will still be living with Melissa and will be looking for a home of her own in Los Angeles. The link between mother and daughter and grandson will also grow stronger. Jodie Foster is one of Mel Gibson's cheerleaders, but even she says he has a deep, struggling soul. She says that works in his favor for the movie that premiered at the South by Southwest Film Festival. It's The Beaver. Foster directed and plays Gibson's wife. He plays a depressed toy company executive who picks up a hand puppet beaver and uses it to separate himself from the negative aspects of his personality that are destroying his family and career. Wow, sounds interesting. While Foster was at the premiere, Gibson was not. He recently was sentenced to 36 months of probation and ordered to attend 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling after pleading no contest to a charge of spousal battery. Being on Glee doesn't make Lauren Potter immune to being ridiculed and bullied because she has Down syndrome. Potter says boys have made her eat sand and girls have called her a retard. Potter's on a campaign to ban that word, she calls the R word, for her work. She was honored by the American Association of People with Disabilities in Washington. Well, Garrison Keillor is giving fair warning. He's thinking about retiring in 2 years, but he also tells AARP Bulletin's website that a Prairie Home Companion will continue without him. Before he can retire, he has to find his replacement, though. He says he's pushing forward, but he's also, well, in denial. And in a follow-up email with the Associated Press, Keillor says he'll be 70 in the spring of 2013. And that seems like a nice round number. He says the reason to retire is to try to avoid embarrassment. You ought to do it before people are dropping big hints. You want to be the first to come up with the idea. Keillor has quit before in 1987, but he eventually came back, and he did have a minor stroke in 2009. An Iraq War veteran who says The Hurt Locker was based on him is telling a court that the movie has put his life in danger and others are making fun of him for his bomb disposal prowess. His statement was filed from Afghanistan, where he's now deployed, and in his sworn declaration, Army Sergeant Jeffrey Sarver writes, "Because the actor portrays me as a reckless soldier and idiot, this portrayal is being reflected upon me at work, at home, and amongst friends. And for that," he says, "there's a bullseye on the back of my Army uniform bomb suit for my current and future deployments." Sarver says he never gave the writer permission to use his personal details in a story he did for Playboy magazine titled The Man in the Bomb Suit, and that their inclusion in the story and The Hurt Locker have hurt his reputation. The writer was embedded with Sarver's unit in 2004. Well, the producers of Fat Pig say the Broadway production has been postponed from April until next season. Producers said Thursday the delay is the result of a last-minute fallout of a key investment. The production was to star Dane Cook, Josh Hamilton, Julia Stiles, and Heather Jane Rolfe. Neil LaBute was set to direct. The producers said they hope to keep intact the cast and the creative team. Fat Pig had been slotted for Broadway's Belasco Theater beginning April 12th. Jermaine Jackson is putting out a book about his brother Michael, and he promises it won't all be pretty. You Are Not Alone, Michael Through a Brother's Eye will come out this fall. Publisher Touchstone describes it as a faithful and loving portrait, but with no subject off limits. Janet and LaToya Jackson each have books coming out this year, too. In local entertainment news, you can listen to the sounds of the bridge created by Joseph Bertolozzi using the Mid-Hudson Bridge itself. Listen stations on the Mid-Hudson Bridge will return April 1st, and for more information about the sounds of the bridge, you can log on to josephbertolozzi.com. Thank you to my sponsor, Making Faces Salon and Spa in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill. Everything from hair, makeup, and special occasion dresses to teeth whitening, laser, and eyebrow threading. Call them today, 296-0700. That's your latest entertainment report. For a new update daily, log on to MidHudsonNews.com. I'm Kimberly Kay.